what you can see is that living network and the hope, you can see that it's really real.
Xposed Xchange came into being as to create a network between young people, between young artists, between young performers, makers, just to learn from each other, also internationally, and to exchange artistically, but also just to create visibility. We thought, yes, let's bring it to Utrecht and especially to Lombok, where we are living. We believe that there's way more potential for integration, both locally and internationally, and to learn from each other, to see the positive contributions of everyone, basically.
And then art was here, the basic part of it. Yeah, to expose what these young people have, and we love it.
Why is I'm here all alone? No, that's fine. Okay, hello everyone. So thank you all for coming. Thank you all for coming, especially to the guest house who are here extra, which is amazing. Thank you for your hospitality and bringing helping us out here, which is amazing, I think. And also thank you for all the South Africans and Kenyan people coming here, which is it's amazing that we are here now, I think, and Saskia and Odak are also here, which is very nice. So we're gonna start, but now first it's good, I think, to have a little introduction about the project, and maybe you guys can tell a little bit more about yourself. Not too long, because otherwise it's going to be too much information. And at 7:15 we're going to eat. So that's good. My dad is very excited about the food. Yes.
I know you are all hungry, but you're too polite to say.
It's a very nice man in general.
So actually I started to do an internship at the company Link, which is Odak and Saskia. They're actually the company, and they said to me, okay, do what you like, basically. So, right? This is a bit the way it happened. And just beforehand, I actually went to South Africa to join you guys at Indoni, and they have had a similar kind of organization in Kenya. So actually, the idea came okay, whoa, we've got such a cool network, let's continue exchange. And also I know talking with you guys, international experience was something quite valuable. So I think that's a bit how the thing started. And I started with this on internship, and then internship hours were over and we continued. And that's I think I'm still studying actually, and I'm very looking forward to this. I'm really happy it actually happened. It's actually happening, so yeah.
The whole essence of us meeting the Xposed platform is actually just to meet. It's actually a meeting point. So we're just going to meet and share the whole idea of who we are, what we represent, what we cannot be as well.
I'm Vincent Owoko, but a lot of people call me Vic because it's my artistic name. I'm a professional, versatile dancer.
Yeah, I'm grateful to be here. Yeah, I'm very happy. I wanna share what I have, and then from other people, what they have. Yeah, thank you.
So I'm really looking forward to learn a lot of new things, and I'm looking forward to spending time with you all guys and having fun as well, other than working, just get to know each other. And what can I say? I'm gonna do my best at showing you guys what we do in South Africa.
Just shortly. My name is Saskia Ottenhoff. Together with Oleg we live in this neighborhood, and my background is dance, but I can say that if you tell me I cannot do something, you challenge me, so I want to do it.
She wants to do it?
Yeah, of course. If somebody tells me, no, are you sure? that's exactly the moment I go for it.
So it was an amazing coincidence, the fact that we could still remain here and be part of this project that you invited us, which we are so grateful to be part of. And I am looking forward to engage, to learn also from you guys, and most importantly to see how we can also impact the community of Utrecht. So thank you very much for having us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I'm so looking forward on working with these people that I'm meeting here, these young, beautiful people.
Nothing really like stops me, you know. I just do, and I'm looking forward wherever is coming, and I'm gonna kill everyone.
And wait for me to eat first. I wanna eat first. Wait for me.
And for me, dance means everything. And I'm so excited and happy to be here. Looking forward to this program.
I'm so looking forward to this program that is gonna happen here. We didn't pack anything except our clothes for this program, but the only thing that we packed is our tools to work on this program, you see.
And I think the time is now. Now. Yes.
In the process, I think we'll look at devising our work, because I believe all of you have something to offer, all of you. And that's what we want to share in this platform. Whether Manu wants to give a class, I want to follow Manu's class, for example. Or you want to give a class, I really want to follow what you give. But above all, I want to really know how you work in South Africa, how you work in Kenya, what you do. So it's not about whether you can dance or sing, all that. But all this combined together, I think it's so enriching, you know what I mean? And we will be looking at a process, but sometimes also you want to show what you know, otherwise it's going to be a wedding dress, what we do. And we don't want to put our thing in a cupboard, right? So we want to share our work with people outside there, the community to see. Yeah. So in the coming period, we will be having fun. Secondly, we'll be sharing what, for example, you can give a class where we look at it like 1 hour, 1.5 hours, or 1 hour giving a class. Half an hour of making something with the group of what you do. And then we have also like 15 minutes to discuss how you do it wherever you are based, so that we all learn from each other and try to strengthen and share, or be asked a question how you do it, because we are all not perfect, neither are we all equal. So that is an opportunity that can be offered, but we can learn it from everybody. And then we have the afternoons that we could make a creative process where we devise. That means everything is kind of really open. Where you say, it does bring that, we put it, it's like a cooking, like a cooking pot. We cook something all together.
It's Monday morning, 10:30, and I'm on a boat with nice people.
Yeah, actually from the boat trip that started, it gave a very good relaxed atmosphere of what this whole thing was going to be. It became really the moment of the informal moment became actually that's the moment where actually something was happening, but it also gave a very good atmosphere of what for our guests to see Utrecht from another perspective, and also the perspective that was not necessarily performing arts, but just seeing what Utrecht is. It gave a little bit of picture, but also the picture of how we're going to have who we are, maybe also as an organization, but above all, just as people. Solo means you do your thing. Actually, today the theme is do your thing. Do you. Today's do you. I think it's all in the practice process, because we did not, from the idea of we wanted the whole piece, when we talk about artistic, to be a device process. So the device process was based on practicing, was based on doing, because through practicing we could know how each and every person is in space, how each and every person works, is people's ideas, how they interpret things on space. But the idea was also like when we practice, it was also part of the making process. So the making process started from the word go of practicing. So some of the things that we practice, we could come back to them in defining them more, diving deep on them, and also getting to know, because it was also about getting to know how each and every person works in space, is ideology. And through practicing was also the moment of space. So practicing gave us actually what we presented at the end. Like what we did was just a practice, but at the end, that's what we presented.
Great. So,
interesting because you had a moment just to relax and to have fun. You know, kinds of builds that, you know, it creates that easiness in the class. So we enjoyed it a lot. Yes.
Then we reflect from the previous day that we did the work. Yeah, so now we're reflecting from those days. What you did, what you remember.
Yes.
Yeah, everything,
We can actually talk and communicate and discuss like how are things being done on our side, how are things being done on your side. And I think in this whole process we've been like meeting so many local organizations just in like the spaces where we rehearse, but also like the partners we have, and like we're gonna go to more places. Like I think we're like in this process of organization. We've also been like community building ourselves, like by getting to know so many places, and we thought because they are really working in the community and with people in the community, and that it would be just a really good way of just exchanging.
The silent disco was really amazing. It was in a small train wagon, and it was, everyone in the beginning was a bit like, okay, what's gonna happen now? It's a bit different with interaction, but I think, there were all dancers and performance, so the atmosphere just, if you put on the music, that's all you need basically.
That a performance that you don't perform. This is, I don't know how you can say it.
It's not the worst color.
Hizo ni kabati.
Gonna kill this, yeah? Gonna kill this, yeah? Gonna kill this, yeah? And push back.
Vandaag gaf iemand me een woord. Today, someone handed me a word. Wat krijg ik om mee te nemen? I got it to carry with me today. Kwetsbaarheid. So you select your vulnerability? I don't know, but I carry it with me today.
In the second week of Xposed Xchange, we went to the Stad Schouwburg Utrecht. It's the big theater in Utrecht. And we did our preview, so it was the first time we were performing. So everyone was really excited. And I think it was a very good way of just doing it before we were doing the big performance, and also just to be there and to show what we've done. So the day at Stad Schouwburg was really special because we didn't expect we would be performing at Stad Schouwburg, and then we performed in the foyer. That was really cool. I think that maybe some challenges, especially we were just trying to find our ways in space because it was a different setting. What was front, what was like, the space was really beautiful, but we just needed to find because many people were coming for a performance and they didn't necessarily knew that we were going to be there. So we were trying to get their attention, and I think it worked, and slowly people came and they were like, who's singing? And so it was really interesting to see how you can interact with the
Yeah. Sorry, you're supposed to. Bye bye.
Bye. Now I'm good.
It is so it's like it's a round thing. So it's like, how do you call it? It's an arc. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's not a straight line. So some people could be like this. How do you program yourself in that?
Tivoli Day was quite a very interesting day because it was like the day after we performed on a bigger stage. So today it was like from a huge stage to a little corner. So, and also unconventional, which was also very interesting about Tivoli. It was also a stage set for more music than necessarily, let's say, dance or theater. So it was, I mean, I looked at it as kind of, let's say, it's a little, we call it in theater black box. So how could we, and we had different levels of performance, let's say. So that called for very intrigued way of looking at it. So first of all, how we dealt with it is just, we cut pieces that were not necessarily going to fit into the whole setting, but some of the pieces we cut actually, knowing that it was very unconventional, because you could see that the stage was very small, which could maybe fit only one of our musicians, but it has different layers of watching the piece. If you went through the escalator, you could watch the piece. So, and it was also along the road, along the how do you call it, the corridor. So people were still walking. So what was really nice, actually, when you think about performing, and then the way it was so confusing, when people are walking, all of a sudden only the performers, people stay. But what I really enjoyed very much is how the people left they created the stage by just being silent and getting there, and us getting a space inside there. Because meanwhile they were just walking, they were calling, they were running through it. But I think the artists, they handled it very well. By walking in it, defining it, repeating it, I think it became very clear. Of course, I could have said, had I known more about it, I could have done more different pieces, more catchy. But also I thought by being subtle, we got the audience, and I think that was also the goal at the end. In this case, when we talk about the role of Xposed platform or Xposed Xchange, that was for us actually a very interesting moment in time and place, especially when you are living at this time where things are still, or people or individuals are still in a place where one is called an amateur, one is called professional, or some is called semi-professionals. And we were looking at what would be the role of community art in this case of Xposed as a platform where all these different people meet. So as a meeting point, a living network where you get the amateur, the semi-professional, the professional, the dancer, the theater maker, the community, the organizer. When these people come together, you kind of look at a point where they are going to exchange their ideas. So we're talking about also these young people. We were looking at this sharing moment where you're looking at the strength of each and every person input, where they kind of bundle their ideas together, their knowledge together, but also from different backgrounds. And Xposed, actually, the fact that we embodied it in Lombok was a very strong representation of what Lombok is. Lombok is actually a melting point where also different cultures, different people, different ages all come together, from students, from, you can call it, 153 nations live in one little place. And for us to work on it, Xposed was to literally give an exposure to what each and every person could bring in. And in this essence, Xposed Xchange helped this sharing moment. The platform itself is the meeting point where dance, meet theater, meet music, meet making, meet costume, meet people, meet spoken word. So it is this point where actually that's the new genesis of performing arts. It can either be this or that. And in this case, we picked it from the community art point of view. And then what was very important that the people from other places, they were going to trigger to share, to see, because most of the people from different cultures in Lombok, you don't see them so much engaged.
A free dance show tomorrow.
Thank you, please come watch.
And then also here, the neck.
Okay, lass es Leute.
So we've been working with people from South Africa and Kenya, and the thing for me was personally the mixture of the cultures. I've been challenging myself artistically as well. So it's been an awesome journey we've been on, and these people are great dancers, great people, and yeah, I really hope you guys enjoy.
Vandaag gaf iemand me een woord. Today, someone handed me a word. Wat krijg ik om mee te nemen? I got it to carry with me today.
The best food I've eaten? Yes, the best food I've eaten was the pumpkin soup.
Ah.
Yeah, the pumpkin soup, and there was this day Marina cooked meatballs and some spaghetti. Yeah, that was one of the best meals.
Don't fly too high, your wings might melt, too much too good to be true. I'm so there for you.
So you would like this to continue?
Yeah.
So where should we be next time? Are we coming back to the Netherlands?
Yeah.
Or are we going to South Africa or Kenya?
Then I want to come back to the Netherlands.